Hello again, it's that time again for a new Model Railway news update, keeping you up to date with some interesting and new announcements from these manufacturers. And in this video there's some new models across a number of different scales as well. As always, this is a totally unbiased news update. I don't have any affiliate links and I'm not sponsored by any manufacturer or supplier to do this video. So remember to shop around for the best prices. Okay, with that all said, let's get on with it. Well, what do you know, Accurascale is back in the news again. This time around it's the ever popular Class 37 locomotive, and they have announced that they're filling out their third run of these popular models with some new variants that have not been done before, the Class 37-9s. This is the first release of the Class 37-9s, covering 3 of the Meyer-Lees examples over the full lifetime of this subclass. So that means from the original conversion through to their classic late sectorization period and then right through to the present day. So 3 examples are being offered in this production run, and the first is this Euro Phoenix version 37801. This will be an Accurascale Exclusives limited edition, coming with special presentation packaging, a limited edition certificate, and available only directly through the Accurascale website. The other 2 are available through either the Accurascale website or their distribution network of resellers. Each of the 3 versions is unique with different silencer configurations and nose side grills depending on the period, and they also feature the whole host of upgrades afforded to the other models in the third run, which includes a working roof fan on both DC and DCC sound versions, switchable taillights, a revised bonnet, top doors, see-through radiator shutters with radiators behind, and engine room detail visible through the windows. Prices are set in line with other Class 37s in the production run 3, and at $189.99 for DC, and the DCC sound-fitted locomotives are priced at $289.99. These are due in Q4 2025, but you can secure your one by pre-ordering now. I'm sure the Euro Phoenix one will be popular, by the way, so you may need to be quick. Sticking with Accurascale, and they have announced these new tank wagons. They've been developed in association with Hellion and represent BR oil tankers bought by CIE in the late 1960s and modified for Irish operations. Synonymous with the Sligo oil trains, these B-class tank wagons were modified with additional bracing between the tank barrel and chassis, which have been tooled up to make these authentic for the Irish variants of these distinctive wagons. I guess what's more significant here is that there are 2 different companies working together to produce these wagons, which is an interesting development in the industry, and perhaps speaks of closer cooperation between companies to enhance the overall offering to market and maybe reduce all the duplication we've been seeing recently. You can pre-order these tank wagons in packs of 4 with different running numbers across all packs for $139.99 from the Accurascale website now, with delivery expected in Q1 2025. Okay, moving on, and Dapol is another company that regularly appears in the news, and they are back again with a production update on their forthcoming N-Scale Class 153 DMU. This is a single-car DMU which was produced by Hunslet Barclay from the conversion of a 2-car Class 155 originally manufactured by British Leyland in the late 1980s. These are photos of production samples which show the upcoming 2 livery options, both of which are certainly ambitious. These models feature a finely detailed body with many extra items, including a 5-pole Super Creep motor featuring slow running speed. They're all-wheel drive and all-wheel pickup. They have a DCC Next 18 socket and have directional lights which are switchable. Not long to wait for these, as they should be in the shops before Christmas. They certainly look great, these, and they're a very handy model to have, especially on smaller layouts. Prices are £140.35 for DCC ready and £172.80 for DCC. No sound on these though, or certainly not yet. Now we move on to HO scale and some new announcements from Roco. It's always good to see what they're releasing, and we start with this, the OBB Nightjet RH1116. This one is number 1959 and it's an electric locomotive from Era 6. There's usual Roco locomotive refinements like a Plux 22 interface, LED directional lights and a motor with a flywheel. It is a model that's been out before, and here it's just with a new livery, and that's the same for most of the models in this announcement, which are all due in stock before the end of this year. This one comes in 3 options, with DC coming in at around 250, with the 2 different digital sound versions at around 370. Next, it's this big lump of a loco. It's the SBB RE460. This one is number 0789 in the Nendaz livery from Era 6. 2 different designs on each side of the loco, and you can see that here in the image, and this really makes it quite an attractive and eye-catching machine. Really looks good, the printing is top-notch, and the model comes with all the usual Roco refinements. Prices for DC are coming in at around 250, with the 2 different digital sound versions at around 370 as well, which is the same as the previous Nightjet locomotive. Another new livery on a previously released model is this. It's the DB-AG BR101 in the Accurascale Nature livery, again from Era 6. This is a pretty solid model that you can get in a raft of different liveries, but this one is very attractive and again different on both sides. I especially like how it wraps around the cab ends too, looks very well done. Lighting on this one includes cab lighting, but the model is only being offered at the moment in analog DC version with a Plux 22 DCC interface of course, priced at around £250. And sticking with Era 6 we have this mammoth SBB Cargo RE620, this one number 0869. An impressive machine. This model is being offered in this new livery option, which I think has some very modern looks and a professional style to it. A great model and a big old machine this too. It's been offered as DCC with sound only at the moment for a price of around £375. On to coaches now, and we're being offered this Polish PKP 3-coach pack from Era 3 that consists of 1 first-stroke second-class type ABLY coach and 2 second-class type BLY coaches with different numbers. Price on this is around £135. Next we have a Deutsche Reichsbahn type AM first-class Stat Express coach. This is from Era 4. We have had this livery option on these coaches before, but this time around we're being offered the first-class type AM coach. Another coach pack now, 2 models in this pack of the Deutsche Reichsbahn type AME first class and type BME second class coach from Era 4, priced here at around about £90 for the pack. And to match with the last pack, this 2-coach set features the type BME second class coach and a type BDME second class and baggage coach, and are priced the same at around £90. So the 2 packs are designed to work together. I'm not quite sure why they didn't just produce a 4-pack, but here you go. Now this 3-car coach pack again consists of previously released models, but this time with the new Novo Ochterbar livery. I probably pronounced that wrong. Anyway, it represents an Era 6 set of coaches. A fun livery on these models, which looks really cool. I've reviewed these coaches before and they were really top quality. This is just a new livery on those, and this 3-pack is around £110. CD are represented here with a Type A first class and a Type B second class coach set from Era 5. A really bright livery on these, and you can see how Roco are churning out the coaches in all their various liveries. These 2 are priced at around £90 as well. And what a surprise, just like before, you can also get the CD Type B second class and Type B DS second class with baggage coach set, which is also around £90. On to wagons now, and sticking with multi-packs, we have the Deutsche Bundesbahn type SAHS heavy-duty flat wagon set from Era 4, and these wagons come with coil loads and look pretty good. Definitely a heavyweight train this one, and priced around about £100 for the set. Also around £100 is this Deutsche Reichsbahn gondola set featuring 3 brown type EAS 5948 wagons. And very similar are these, the type EAS gondolas in the fun-looking Budimar livery from Era 6 this time, again £100 a set. 2 wagons this time in this wagon pack. It's the DB type TADGS 959 swivel roof bogie hopper wagon set from Era 4. These are really impressive looking wagons here, and the 2-pack is priced at around about £100 too. Next is a wagon we have had loads of different livery variations on. This time it's being offered in the on-rail livery from Era 6. It's the sliding tarpaulin wagon again, this time around £35. A tank wagon here in the form of the DB type ZAGS wagon in the LP Gas BV livery from Era 4. I like the look of this one, and it comes in around £40. And finally from Roco we have this large sliding tarpaulin wagon from Era 6. It's the type RILNS wagon in the VYG livery, and it's priced at around £40 too. Another wagon with lots of livery variations already available. Anyway, that was it. A great selection as always from Roco there. So now we're going to have a look at a new model from Severn Models. Not a company I've talked about before, but they produce a range of brass building kits. They cater for a range of scales, but this new release is in N scale in the form of this goods transfer shed, featuring a rail platform on one side and a vehicle loading platform on the other with access steps. It's got a corrugated effect on the roof and a realistic brick bond pattern on the walls. Doors can be fixed in place either open or closed, and when built it measures 48 by 42 millimeters. Each of Severn Models kits are supplied as flat brass sheets etched with surface texture textures and fold lines, and there are tabs on the corners to allow for them to be glued together, or if you prefer, soldered. The result is a very sturdy and finely detailed model. Looks great, this one, and if there's enough interest then this might be offered in 00 scale, or other scales as well. This could be a great way to dabble in brass modelling, and at an RRP of just £19, it's great value for money too. It's going to be interesting to watch this company expand their range, and I'll keep you updated when they release new stuff. Might even give one of those kits a go myself. Moving on to a much bigger scale, this time O scale, we have a new model announcement from Lionheart Trains. Dapol. It's the LMS IVAT Class 2. This is a 262 tank engine originally designed by HG IVAT and constructed between 1946 and 1952. The Lionheart model certainly looks impressive, and these undecorated sample photos shows the extent of the metal parts as well as plastic additional pieces too. The model is going to feature a full die-cast metal construction including die-cast wheels with metal tyres, sprung driving wheels and pony trucks, and live bearing pickups. It's got a 5-pole skew wound precision motor, and we have working cab doors in metal, wire handrails with stanchions in metal as well, and sprung metal buffers and screw-link couplings. There's going to be 8 liveries plus an unnumbered version which can be made to order if you want those. Across those 8 liveries there are some differences in the locomotive, and these will be taken into account. So that'll be 2 versions of the smokebox door, so one's having the extra brackets for Southern Region locos, and there's 3 versions of the chimney. It'll come as either DC, DCC fitted, or there will be also a sound fitted model. All of them do come with a flickering firebox glow effect as well. There's still a ways to go, as you can see, with the model currently in the engineer and prototype stage, and delivery is due in Q4 2025. But you can pre-order now from some retailers, and the RRP has been set already at $621 for DC, $656 for DCC, and $739.80 for DCC with sound. I still don't understand these odd RRP prices and why they're not rounded up or down, but I'm sure discounts will be available. Rails are currently doing their so-called Advent Calendar series of special offers and new releases at the moment, and they have just announced as part of it this new wagon. As many recent releases, this is another variation of Dapol's 4-wheeled vent van, which you can get in all manner of liveries. This time it's the turn of Seabrook Crisps, and their logo is on the side of this red van. It won't come as a surprise to find out that this van also comes with a pack of salted Seabrook Crisps. Limited edition on this, and available only through the Rails website for a price of $19.95 for the wagon and the crisps. You can also, as normal, add custom weathering to this for an additional $7.95 if you want. So let's get off the rails, where we take a look at weird and, let's say, wonderful train related stuff that's perhaps a little odd or silly. We're again sticking with the Railway Museum, who are certainly churning out the railway themed tat. This time we have these ridiculous salt and pepper dispensers in the shape, kinda, of the Flying Scotsman. Made from ceramic with plastic stoppers, presumably in China, no doubt. This bears no resemblance to Flying Scotsman at all, and it is another of these garbage things made to cash in on something else. If you fancy making your dinner table look tacky, then you can get this for just £10. The Railway Museum is certainly dominating the Off the Rails section at the moment, and may even be destined for the Off the Rails of the Year award at this point. Anyway, that's the video folks, thanks for watching. I'm sure there'll be more coming soon, so subscribe to keep yourself up to date, and I'll see you on the next one.